It's the dog days of summer. There's not a lot of gaming news going on right now, but I'm scrolling on Twitter and I'm noticing some things. I'm noticing that my Xbox homies, they're talking a lot of trash, because it seems that one of the narratives that PlayStation fanboys had early this generation is dying. Another one of their narratives is dying. Let me explain. We all know that in 2020, when Xbox revealed the specs for the Xbox Series X, we knew it was powerful, right? We just wasn't sure what the PS5 specs were going to be. And then Mark Cerny went out there and had that boring ass show, and he said the specs of the PS5. So us Xbox guys, we was like, there you go. The Xbox Series X is more powerful than the PS5. So when the console was released, I gotta admit, the PS5 was kicking the Xbox Series X ass in these Digital Foundry comparison videos. And I was like, whoa. I remember talking to my boy Sean786, and he was like, Durt, what's going on, bro? Xbox is the more powerful console, but they're still losing these comparison videos, bro. This is some bullshit, Durt. And we were just talking about that, like, man, what the hell is going on? Obviously, I'm not a tech guy. I don't know behind the scenes technical shit, but we knew something was wrong. Now, because the PS5 was winning these comparison videos, and one game in particular, I vividly remember the PS5 kicking the Xbox Series X ass, was Durt 5. Digital Foundry did their comparison video, and the PS5 version destroyed the Xbox Series X version. And the PlayStation fanboys, they was talking shit. And us Xbox guys, we were frustrated. We were like, hold on, man. The Xbox Series X is the more powerful console. What the hell is going on? Then, over time we found out that Xbox, their dev kits wasn't mature. They waited for some software or something, and it made the dev kits a little behind the PlayStation 5 dev kits. The developers had the PS5 dev kits way before they had the Xbox Series dev kits. So those first few batches of games, multi-platform games, the PS5 seemed to be beating the Xbox Series X. Now, over time, you started to notice that Xbox Series X always had better resolution in most of the games, but the PS5 still ran a little better. Well, that's mostly because the Xbox had the better resolution. So here we are. Lately, I've been noticing a trend. The Xbox has been winning these Digital Foundry comparison videos. They've been winning pretty consistently. Now, the game The Quarry is a game I absolutely loved. I finished the game maybe a couple weeks ago. I want to go back through the game because, some of my characters died. I want to try to save them the second playthrough. But The Quarry was a game. It looks beautiful. It's made by Supermassive Games, the same team that developed Until Dawn. They did the Dark Pictures anthology series, Man of Medan, Little Hope, House of Ashes, all that stuff. So these games are beautiful games. There's not a lot of gameplay, but they're beautiful games. So Digital Foundry, they did this comparison vid, and the Xbox has higher resolution. The Xbox has something called God rays. The light shining throughout the level. You can see this on Xbox Series X, but the PS5 doesn't have these God rays. So it's like, damn, the Xbox Series X smacked the shit out of the PS5 in the Quarry comparison vid. And now this game, it runs at 30 frames per second, and the Xbox Series X and the PS5 pretty much runs at a lock 30, except for certain scenes. Certain scenes, the PS5 version goes down to 27 frames per second, and the Xbox Series X version stays locked at 30. Now, I know what people are going to say. Damn, Durt, you bots. It's only 3 frames, Durt. It's only 3 damn frames. Yeah, it's only 3 frames. But you guys talk shit. The PlayStation guys talk shit about 1 frame. They talk shit for years about this stuff. So yeah, it's our turn. So at the end of the day, the tools, us Xbox guys, we was like, yeah, the tools have to mature. Xbox dev kits have to mature. And here we are. They are maturing. And we're starting to see what happens when the Xbox dev kits mature. So, I want to say this. This is fun because this is another narrative that the PlayStation fanboys had that is slowly dying. You know, all of their other narratives are dead except for Xbox has no first-party games in 2022. They have no AAA first-party games in 2022. Yes, you guys have that narrative. Xbox has no big AAA first-party games in 2022. So I want you to hold that narrative. Grab it, kiss it on the neck, and cherish that narrative. Because we know that narrative will be dead in 2023 and beyond. But anyway, guys, I just really wanted to talk about this because, you know, Xbox is actually doing some decent things. And, you know, even the game like PUBG, you know, it has a PS5 and Xbox Series X upgrade, and PUBG is running at 4K 60 on the Xbox Series X. It's running at 1440p 60 frames per second on the PS5. There you go. That's another game. And, you know, I'm talking about Digital Foundry, and I almost forgot to mention that John Linneman, he had left a tweet. He put out a tweet a couple weeks ago, and it said, more info. Here's what I've done back to the start of the pandemic in early 2020. So over the past 28 months or so, I've done 15 platform comparisons. For console warriors, guilty as charged, Xbox took the top spot 8 times, 5 were a draw or broken everywhere, and 2 went to PS5. So there you go, man. There you go. It seemed like at the beginning of the generation, those guys were talking mad shit, but they can't anymore. So they've been quiet about the comparison videos. They've been quiet about the PS5 winning these videos because it hasn't won. I do remember those guys bragging about that PlayStation 5 SSD that hasn't done shit. You know what? That's another video. That's about it, man. I just wanted to talk about this because the Xbox Series X is an amazing console. The S is an amazing console also. And it's all about the games in the future, which we know how the roadmap is. I don't need to repeat myself. But Xbox Series X is doing this thing, and it's great to see all of these PlayStation fanboys narratives slowly just get killed off. It's really only one left, and that's because it's 2022 and Xbox doesn't have any big first-party games. But we know when 2023 hits and those games start to come out, that narrative is dead also. So that's it, man. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you happen to stumble across my channel, you think I'm decent enough, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? And if you subscribe, please hit that notification bell to know when my black ass is doing some new content, baby. All right, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love. Shit. Damn, man.